LASU VC's faults FG's demand for varsity 40% IGR. The Academic Staff Union of Universities and the Committee of Vice Chancellor of Nigerian Universities have described the plan by the federal government to automatically deduct 40% from the internally generated revenue of universities in the country as an attack on the university system. The FG, in a letter dated October 17, 2023, entitled Implementation of 40% Automatic Deduction from Internally Generated Revenue of Partially Funded Federal Government Institution, said it will begin the deduction with effect from November 2023. Get more of the news from Punch newspaper this morning. Bayelsa, Jonathan, Diri, Silva canvasses for votes. Former President Goodluck Jonathan has backed Governor Dauri Diri bid for a second tenure in the upcoming Bayelsa State governorship election on Saturday. He said that Diri should be encouraged to complete a second term in office because of the stability of the state, according to a statement issued on Tuesday by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Mr. Daniel Alabar. You can get more of that story coming to you from Punch newspaper this morning. Certificate racketeering, Lagos Assembly probe LASU. The Lagos State House of Assembly said it will invite the Commissioner of Tertiary Education, Mr. Tolani Akibu, the Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University, Professor Ibiyemi Olatunji Bello, the Senate of the Tertiary institution and other top staffs over allegation of extortion and certificate racketeering leveled against the school recently. You can get more of that story coming to you from the Punch newspaper this morning. Nigerians lament as Canadian embassy suspended Abuja's operations. Nigerians have lamented as the Canadian embassy in Nigeria suspended its operation. The suspension may not be unconnected with the fire incident that occurred at the commission on Monday, which resulted in the death of 2 persons. You can get more of that news coming to you from Punch newspaper this morning. let's quickly move to the business desk of the Punch newspaper this morning. Over 700 million US dollar remains trapped in Nigerian foreign airlines. Foreign airlines have disclosed that about 90% of their $783 million trapped fund have not been unpaid. The airline stated this during a stakeholders forum convened by the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, in Lagos recently. You can get more of that story coming to you from Punch newspaper this morning. Quickly move to the Nation newspaper this morning. Police, labor clash likely over sabotage threatened in Imo. The police and labor are on a collision course in Imo State ahead of Saturday's governorship election. As the police prepare to secure the state before and during the poll, Labour has launched an action plan. You can get more of that details coming to you from the Nation this morning. NDCC to oil firms protect Niger Delta from gas flaring pollution. The Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) has urged oil funds to protect communities from gas flaring and pollution. The commission promised to work with international oil companies and other developmental partners to increase investments in renewable energy and reduce the impact of climate change. You can get more of that news coming to you from the Nation newspaper this morning. Kogi APC condemn raid on leaders' home. Customs launches e-passport facility in Europe. Kogi APC condemns raid on leader's home. The All Progressive Congress APC Governorship Campaign Council in Kogi State has expressed concerns over the unending raid on the homes of some of its chieftains in Kogi East by security agencies ahead of Saturday's poll. You can get more of that news coming to you from the Nation newspaper this morning. Nigerians in diaspora back President Tinubu. Members of Nigerian communities in the United Kingdom have held a unity rally. They urge Nigerians to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to enable him deliver the dividends of democracy. The rally held at two prominent locations in London, Nigeria High Commission and Trafalgar Square, Central London. You can get more of that story coming to you from the Nation newspaper this morning. Let's quickly move to Daily Trust this morning. Imo, attack on opposition. Fufore over booking of hotels heighten tension. The incumbent governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma of the All Progressive Congress APC, who is seeking a second term, is facing a stiff challenge from Senator Athan Akonu of the Labour Party. A senator and Senator Samuel Nyawu of the People's Democratic Party, among others, in the November 11 poll. You can get more of that news coming to you from Daily Trust this morning. Subsidy remover, Northern CSOs Lord President Tinubu, NEDC. The Northern Transformation Agenda (NTA) has praised the efforts of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu towards rehabilitation and rebuilding of the Northeast sub-region. In a statement signed by Patriot Salisu Lukman, the group said the president demonstrated his love for the people of the zone, which his selection of the board of the Northeast Development Commission (NEDC). You can get more of that news coming to you from Daily Trust this morning. Gas scarcity persists in Lagos, Kano, others as prices remain unstable. Nigerians have continued to experience scarcity of liquefied natural gas or cooking gas, shooting up prices across the country, finding by Daily Trust have shown. The scarcity of the high cost of the products have been reported in Lagos, Kano, Maiduguri, among others. You can get more of this story coming to you from Daily Trust this morning. No repeat of election cancelled due to violence, INEC. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has said it will not return to any polling unit where an election is cancelled due to violence on Saturday. The INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, who disclosed this on Tuesday in Yanagwa while addressing election stakeholders during a meeting in preparation for the governorship election scheduled for Saturday. He said the result from such polling units will not be counted and INEC will not return to the polling unit. You can get more of that story coming from the Daily Trust this morning. After Daily Trust report, Dixon attend Diri's re-election campaign. After a report by Daily Trust detailing how some heavyweights in the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the All Progressive Congress (APC) in Bayelsa State have shunned campaign rallies, former governor of the state, Senator Seriake Dixon, has attended the re-election campaign rally of Governor Daoye Diri. You can get more of that story coming to you from the Daily Trust this morning. Let's quickly move to the business desk of Daily Trust this morning. Strong SMEs will make economic more viable, rep panels. The House of Representatives Committee on Small and Medium Enterprises (SMEs) has stated that as a crucial part of the Nigeria economy, SMEs must be strengthened to provide more employment opportunities, reduce poverty, and contribute significantly to the nation's gross domestic product (GDP). The chairman of the committee, Monsuru Manu Soro, PDP Bauchi, stated this during its inaugural meeting on Tuesday. Get more of that details from Daily Trust this morning. To review the newspaper this morning as usual, join me to bring in Mr. Salman Salami, our in-house analyst and public affairs commentator. He's a seasoned journalist and media consultant. Good morning, Mr. Salami.
Good morning, the presenter.
You are welcome this morning, sir.
Thank you very, very much.
Let's start with ASU and federal government demanding for 40% IGR from the universities. What is your take on that?
The federal government must come to terms with what obtains in the ivory towers in our citadel of learning worldwide. What do I mean by that? The federal government should know that there is what they call university autonomy. I do not think that it makes sense to say that you will take or you will collect 40% of the internally generated revenue from the university. That to me does not add up. We should encourage the universities to come up with research, and the outcome of their research should be commercialized in such a manner that the university will be financially okay, financially strong to take care of all their programs and activities in such a manner that it might not even be necessary for the government to fund them. And why the university is doing this, all the federal government is interested in is in taking 40%. Are you encouraging the universities to look inward and look for alternative means or ways of funding our universities? The university world over, Harvard inclusive, are funded by the proceeds from research and from the alumni and well-wishers who will come and endow a chair. That is scholarship. That is intellectualism. And that is why they call universities. That's why they describe universities as intellectual oasis in the midst of intellectual desert. Thank you very much.
Mr. Salami, let me draw your attention to the letter signed by the Accountant General of the Federation, Mrs. Oluwatoyin Madin, Director of Revenue and Investment, Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. Felix Ore Ogundairo also said that the auto-deduction policy of gross, that means IGR, was in line with the finance circular that they have all agreed. Some of these circular references were quoted. What's your take on that?
It still doesn't make any sense to me. Circulars or no circular, if they are doing the wrong thing, it does not make sense. Why should the federal government be interested in the internally generated revenue of the universities? Rather, they might say that yes, generate revenue enough to fund your activities, and we will not give you so grant as we have been giving you before, or that we will reduce the grant. Not that you say what they have generated you will collect. When universities are still talking of challenges of funding their activities, the Committee of Vice Chancellors should advise the federal government properly, and all right-thinking Nigerians should come to the head of the universities that we should rather encourage the universities to look inward and find alternative means of funding the activities of the universities. Not that you now turn universities to revenue generating institutions for government to spend.
Okay, let's quickly move to another story that has it that the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, and other governors have started coming out for campaign. Some newspapers reported that it was after they have noticed that they were not coming out, and they started campaigning for second time in office of other governors and the rest. What is your take on this?
Well, the Daily Trust came out with the story that the big wigs in Bayelsa State are not coming out to campaign for the candidates of their choice. And Dixon, the former governor, the Senator Dixon, the former governor of Bayelsa State, was said to have showed up during campaign It has not been said that Jonathan came up for campaign, and no paper has reported that they saw Jonathan campaigning. It was the CPS, it was the campaign media man to Diri, to Governor Diri, or sorry, the CPS to Diri, who said that Jonathan said yes, they should allow the governor to have a second term. We have not heard it from Jonathan. No paper has reported that Jonathan was seen at the campaign rally, even though President Jonathan, please. Even President Jonathan has the right to support any candidate of his choice. But as at today, we have not seen him on the podium campaigning for any candidate. It has not been reported that he was, or that he made a statement to the effect that I'm in support of so candidates, even though President Jonathan has every right to support any candidate, just like any other Nigerian has the right to support any candidate of their choice. That is the beauty of democracy.
But it's the current situation of this big wave now coming out, what does that rated into the electioneering process in those states?
Well, that is politics playing out. It is politics, and that is the beauty of politics. And for people to have even recognized that they are big men in itself and by itself, it makes them happy.
Okay, let's quickly move to the crisis rocking peace meeting. NLC threatening Imo polls and the rest. What is your take on that, sir?
NLC threatens Imo polls. Nigerian Labour Congress, you mean to say?
Yes, sir.
Well, I hope this is not correct, because periodic election must hold. Why NLC will think that now that election is about to be held is when they should now start their aluta, so to speak. It is no more interesting, given the fact that we know that Labour Party is an affiliate of NLC. How does NLC want Nigerians to look at them? I think it is better for NLC to separate politics from unionism. A situation whereby it is perceived as if NLC is directly or indirectly canvassing, supporting a candidate and demarketing another candidate is not the best way to go. I think NLC should understand that essentially they are a pressure group, and they are to fight or pressurize government or to take action in such a manner that will be beneficial to all the members. And mind you, if NLC is trying to working for the workers, are all the workers members of Labour Party? We should learn to do things right. It is not fair to all the parties concerned when NLC, which ordinarily is supposed to be a labor union and not necessarily the megaphone of any party, even though we know that Labour Party essentially is part of NLC and NLC is part of Labour, but then they should just be circumspect.
But the situation got to the point at which even the traditional ruler that were at the peace meeting called by the INEC, they have to take cover because they said the hoodlums cover the place and scatter things. Must it get to that level?
Well, thank God they did not say that NLC invited the hoodlum. They did not say that. We have not read that. We don't know what transpired. But the fact still remains this: NLC should be circumspect. NLC should learn to separate politics from unionism. They should learn to do that. There is the need for circumspection.
Okay, let's quickly talk about the certificate racketeering that is rocking Lasso and the probe by the State House of Assembly.
Well, this is not a cheering news at all. forgery in whatever form is a crime. I personally will not support criminality, and I don't think that criminality should be allowed in any decent society. It is sad, really sad that there is allegation of racketeering, certificate racketeering in LASU, Lagos State University. But I know that Professor Ibiyemi Bello, whose husband is one of us, a veteran journalist, will not allow such a thing to happen. I know very well that the Vice Chancellor is a woman imbued with integrity. I know that she, as a seasoned scholar and a cerebral professor that Nigerians know her to be, will not lend her hands to this type of ignominy. Let us wait and see the outcome of the inquiry.
And they said it has allegedly said it has gotten to this state whereby if you are interested in just getting the certificate, it depends on the courses or course you want to get. With 2-3 million naira, you get your original certificate. Sir, is that correct?
I wouldn't know. You said alleged.
Yeah, it was reported like that this morning.
The fact that it was reported does not mean it is right. You said alleged. Has it been found to be true? You see, speculative journalism should be done with caution. And that is why we are saying that we as journalists, we should always strive to establish the truth. Where you are in doubt, leave out. That is the ethics of journalism as taught, as I was taught, as it should be practiced. And I know that if we are in pursuit of truth, we should just strive to ensure that our reportage is truthful. Speculative journalism and sensationalism, as much as possible, should be avoided.
Okay, let's bring a super citizen Nigerian, super citizen listener to join us on this program by calling us. You can reach out to this program on 0903 2229 797 0818 2222206. You can reach us and make your point. And Mr. Salami will be here to give due justice to all of this. Now, let's quickly move to other stories that is reported today on National Day. Let's talk about Nigeria in diaspora that back President Tinubu policy. What is your take on that?
Well, that is a good one. Thank God that Nigerians in diaspora have now supported Mr. President. That is what any right-thinking Nigerian should do by now. Politics is over. We are now at the stage of governance. Good governance is what we expect. Good governance is what every Nigerian require now. So all hands should be on deck. All of us should support the government by providing solutions, by giving advice, by ensuring that we give them the necessary support. It is our duty to support the government. Don't let us continue to talk about our right. We too owe the government a duty to do certain things. And I think the government, as it is constituted today, is interested in delivering the bountiful dividends of democracy to Nigerians. But it should be seen. We want to see it. because Nigerians have suffered enough. Nigerians should trust their government, but this will not come to reality. You don't demand trust, you earn trust. Government too must do things that will make Nigerians trust them.
Let's quickly take this line. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Are you there? Hello, good morning. Oh, it seems we are not getting. Continue, Mr. Salami.
So what am I saying? The Nigerians in diaspora have done well. They have done the intelligent thing. They have done the patriotic thing. They have done what all right thinking Nigerians should do by now, because the era of campaign is over. The era of politics is over. We are now in another stage, and that is the stage of governance, where we should allow the government in power to execute their programs, the renewed hope agenda, after the mandate given to them. And I think this is what all Nigerians should do now, in such a manner that Nigeria will become a better place for all of us. We deserve and desire a good Nigeria. We think this will happen in our lifetime.
Yes, by God's grace. Super listeners, you can join us on the program by calling 0903-2229 797 0818-2222-206. I know so many people have been trying to reach, and the line is stable now. You can join us. Mr. Salami, can we quickly go to Kogi, where APC condemned raid on some of the leaders of the party?
Well, it is still all politics, but this is bad politics. Raiding the homes of leaders of either APC, PDP, or Labour Party is not acceptable. There should be election, free, fair, credible, and transparent election, in such a manner that the choice of the masses, the choice of the people, the candidate which the people want will emerge in a free, fair, and stable election. So, I think what we should ensure is a conducive, level ground environment, provided a level ground for all the parties to thrive, and allow all the eligible voters to cast their ballot.
Okay, Mr. Salami, let me quickly pick this call. Good morning, super citizen of Nigeria. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good morning, my name is Kennedy. I'm calling from Karo.
Mr. Kennedy, can you go straight to your point, please?
Straight to my point. Mr. Salami, I want to ask, is election war? Because what I'm seeing and hearing in Kogi State presently is more than what we've been hearing in places like Maiduguri, because for some time now Maiduguri has been quiet, which we give God the glory. Now because of election now, we see and we've been hearing of terrible news. I just want to talk to Nigerians. Nothing or nobody grows younger. No matter what you do, you must leave this world someday, sometime. The legacy you leave behind is what speaks for you. So, all this do or die election process should be something that should be mentioned in Nigeria. Nigeria has grown past that level. If you kill everybody, who will you lead? Conscience that everybody have a legacy to live someday, sometime. So Nigerians should wake up. Please, whoever that is triggering all this should stop. and know that election is not do or die at best. Thank you. God bless me.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Mr. Salami, can you respond to that?
Well, Mr. Kennedy, you have answered the question. Election is not war. Election is not war. There is no way election will be war. And do or die politics is not the best way to go. Like I said, that election is not war. We should learn from Waziri Ibrahim, that sage, that decent politician, that patriotic Nigerian, may so rest in perfect peace. He said we should practice politics without bitterness. It should be politics without bitterness. This brings me to this question. Why all this violence? Why all these acts? If you want to serve the people, you don't need to kill. If your aim of being in politics is to render selfless service to the people, there is a way you will go about it, and you will not be desperate about it. If the people want you to serve them, good. If they don't want you to serve them, yes, you can still serve them without necessarily being in elective office. Politics is not war. It can never be.
Yes, politics is not war, and it can never be. Let's quickly go to what the rep is talking about. SMEs will make economic more viable. Do you think so?
I believe so. It is right. Small and medium enterprises, yes, I believe. Because cottage industry is what made so many other countries great. And that was how they reduced unemployment. That was how they developed their economy, and that was how they are what they are today. There is the need for us, even with the informal sectors, to do it right.
Okay, what other areas do you want to reform you want to review that you have for us?
Yes, the Canadian embassy in Abuja suspending its operation. Yes, we know. Perhaps they suspended that operation as a result of the fire incidents that happened there and the loss of life. And who knows, perhaps there is the need for them to put all their things in order, to put their house in order. I understand the hardship that this will location, but then it is unavoidable.
Let's quickly pick this caller. Hello, good morning. Where are you calling us for? You have 30 seconds to do this.
Good morning. It's Clement from Maraba.
Quickly, 30 seconds.
Thank you. Someone salam, I greet you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
You see, election may not be war, but by Nigerian definition, it is do or die. Even our former president has even confirmed it for us. So, and everybody has been doing that part. What am I saying? Why do you think Ajero is doing what he's doing in River State? It's for cripple the government.
You mean Imo?
So
you mean Imo?
His own political party can gain access to the power. What are we saying? This is the same man that was on one channel, one radio station the other time, and I challenged him that, as far as I'm concerned, Labour is culpable of what is happening even in our election this thing, because they have already shown that they are partisans, and he rebuked me immediately. But now, see exactly what is still playing out in
okay, I have to leave it like that because of our time. Thank you very much. I have to leave it like that. That's much we can take today, Mr. Salami. You have to leave it like that because our time is fast spending. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Tomorrow is another time for us to do this program, and I wish all of us well. Thank you. You are welcome. My name is Okikiola Kosim.
something big. They come to this state.
Dear co-guides, it is time for another governorship election to choose that leader that will wear the huge shoes of unprecedented achievements of our state.